Welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov build video. Today, I'm going to be going over some new shotgun budget builds to fit with the changes that 12.10 has brought to many parts. Before we get started, I just wanted to mention that these builds will likely be similar to those in an older video I did, but the video is a few patches old, so many of the parts in there have had many stat changes since. I also will have a bit of an analysis of the different ammo types currently available and mention the ones that I think work best for budget as well as meta rounds for the guns. With that out of the way, let's get into the first build today, which is going to be for the Saiga 12. To start off the Saiga, you're going to be buying a default Saiga 12 from Jaeger or Flea. The first set of parts that come from Skier, and these are going to be the AK-74 PT lock, the PT-3 Classica stock, the RP-1 charge handle, the RK-3 pistol grip, and the RK-5 foregrip. Next, you're going to head to Mechanic and purchase the SOC 12 aluminum handguard and the Tromix Monster Claw 12 gauge muzzle brake. The last piece you need is from Peacekeeper, and that is the X400 flashlight. I've left the sight choice up to you. The cost of the build is going to be 106k using trader prices, and this gets you 63 ergonomics, 129 vertical recoil with 18.91 MOE. Most of these parts will be cheaper from Flea as well, so check for that. The next build today is for the Mossberg 590A1. So you're going to start off by grabbing a stock 590 from Jaeger, and the next parts you'll need come from Mechanic, and these are the Magpul MOE M590 4 stock, the SGA stock for M590, and the tactical rail for the M590. The last two parts you need for Mechanic are the Magpul front and rear sights. These are added for 2 extra ergo, so you can add a sight of your choosing if you would prefer to use that over these iron sights. The last two pieces are from Peacekeeper, and these are the X400 flashlight and the Magpul M-Lock AFG foregrip. I was made aware recently by one of the viewers that the M-Lock foregrips are now the same stats as the RVG, so for future reference, if you have an M-Lock handguard on any gun, you can use the AFG foregrips instead of purchasing the M-Lock 4.1 inch guide and using a different foregrip with that, and that'll be a bit cheaper. Overall, this puts the total cost of the gun at 83k from traders with 67 ergonomics, 264 vertical recoil with 16.98 MOA. The third build today is for the MP153, and this is going to be the ultimate budget shotgun on this list as there isn't really much to mod with it. So you're going to start off with a stock MP153, which you can get from Jaeger. Next, grab the 8-shell MP133 magazine, and the reason we go with this over the MP153 8-round magazine version is because it has a less ergo reduction and doesn't change the gun in any way. The next part you'll want is the Kiba Arms SPRM mount and the ME cylinder muzzle adapter. The last part you need is the Tromix Monster Claw 12 gauge muzzle brake, and you do need that cylinder muzzle adapter in order to put that on the gun. This puts the total cost of the gun at 57k, and you can attach whatever sight you want to the SPRM mount. If you wanted to make a shotgun sniper with slugs, you could also add a long range scope on top as well. The vertical recoil is 146, and the ergonomics are 25 with 12.03 MOA. So the final build for today is for the M870. To start, you'll want to grab a stock 870 from Skier, and also grab the Fab Defense PR874 stock. After that, head to Mechanic and grab the 660mm rib barrel for the M870, the 10-shell M870 magazine, the SGA stock for the M870, and the MTU-028 SG rail. Next, you're going to head to Peacekeeper and grab the last two parts, which are the RVG foregrip and the X400 flashlight. Overall, this puts the build at 85k with 47 ergonomics and 244 vertical recoil with 11 MOA. As a final bit before ending the video, I wanted to summarize the builds as well as mention some of my preferred ammo types for the shotguns like I mentioned I would talk about at the very beginning of the video. So, starting off with the ammo, AP-20 is by far the best if you have to deal with body armor, but it's only really good against tier 4 and struggles with tier 5 and tier 6. So if you're going to go for flesh damage instead, pretty much any of the slugs are good, you'll just want to aim for the head. One that I've taken to liking a lot in this wipe is the Grizzly Slug. Another great, more expensive option is the Rip ammo, which you can actually use as leg meta instead of just aiming for the head, and this stuff does shred pretty easily. I don't know if it's been nerfed a lot, but it used to take about 3 to 4 shots to kill people. So definitely use this ammo if you want to make Chads angry. Lastly, in terms of budget, the MP153 is definitely king, and the Saiga is the best top-end shotgun with the lowest possible recoil and being semi-auto. The M870 is the most accurate with the MP153 close behind, and personally, I think that 590A1 looks the best. So even if it kind of falls short in everything except ergo and cost, it does look great, so it's a fun build to run to break up the monotony of using the same gun over and over again. And I know there will probably be some comments about this, the KS23. This gun, there aren't really any mods for it, so if you do want to run it, just run it stock. I didn't mention on the list purely because there aren't really any mods to use, and also because I haven't ever used it, so I kind of forgot that it existed, but it's probably the best budget shotgun in the game right now, and it is definitely the Chad Slayer, so feel free to use that if you want to. Thanks for watching the video. This was kind of an update video since a lot has changed since my last shotgun video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked the video, please like it and consider subscribing, as it does help the channel out a ton. If you want to go beyond, I have a link to my Patreon and other bits of my social media below, and thanks again. I'll see you guys in the next video.